Digimon, Medabots, Monster Rancher, and Dinosaur King. I don't have to tell you what unifying thing brings all these shows together, because it goes without saying. They were all popular children's anime that completely overshadowed the games they were based off of. Wait, what did you think I meant?
Oh no!
Released by Sega in 2005, the original Dinosaur King was a cardcade game. A bizarre hybrid of an arcade game and a card game, in which you would use your collectible dinosaur cards to play what essentially amounted to rock, paper, scissors. I would give points for originality here, but this was just a reimagining of one of their previous games, Mushi King, which did the exact same thing, but with different species of beetle. The Dinosaur King game already featured a very anime-themed art style and storyline, so faithfully adapting it into that format 2 years later was very much a no-brainer. But nothing about this series is original, so to speak. Just from a test screening of the first episode, I found myself constantly stopping to point out, hey, you lifted that idea from that other show, or hey, I'm pretty sure I've seen that elsewhere, or that's just fucking Pokemon. Dinosaur King skirts the line between being an uninspired example of its subgenre and just being a rip-off, which is especially wild when you consider that in October 2005, a month after the Dinosaur King arcade game was released, Sega took Taito to court for developing Dino King Battle card game, claiming that it infringed on their cardcade patents. I genuinely don't know how that case panned out, but regardless, it seems hypocritical to me that Sega would swing its copyright dick around over a series as derivative as this. So, focusing on the anime series at hand, there are 79 episodes in total, split into 2 seasons, and I'll be watching the first and final episodes of both. First, we have Episode 1, Prehistory in the Making.
How'd that happen? Guess I fell asleep.
For the first and most obvious elephant in the room, the English dub of this show is dubbed by 4Kids. And not doing this show any favours, 2 of the voice actresses do very little to differentiate their iconic Pokemon vocal performances from their equivalent characters in this show. More specifically, Veronica Taylor as Max,
Don't you think you could be a little nicer and just open your mouth and tell me what's wrong?
and Rachel Lillis as Ursula.
I was the one first of us, so I should get credit for capturing it!
Dinosaur King is what you wanna be, yeah.
Okay, that's Digimon Tamers. What with the card scanning, that's Digimodifying. That's Season 3 of Digimon.
D-Team. Watch out, here we go. Prehistoric dinosaurs aren't extinct anymore. See them fight, hear a roar. Watch out, cause they're right next door.
And for another dub-centric point, we have a rap opening theme for the English version, where the original was more light-hearted and fitting for a show about the power of friendship. How very One Piece of you. Not that I'd want this changed. I live for cheesy 4Kids rap songs.
Come on, remember what this stands for? D-Team, that's what. You guys took an oath.
Fucking D-Team? You can't with this. You must have known. The Dick Squad, consisting of Max, Rex, and Zoe, stumble through the woods, seeking a recently fallen meteor.
That's weird. What do you think happened to all those trees?
Well, if I had to hazard a guess, it looks like they've all been cleanly cut. Most likely by a woodcutter, using a chainsaw. For wood.
I told you! This must be where the asteroid hit.
Are you sure about that? because that is a perfectly carved point of entry. Is it really that hard to draw an appropriately singed forest?
What's this thing? Looks like it has a lightning bolt on it.
So, I watched this with Dan, and he told me that this is more or less the same setup as Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Power Rangers fans? Please to be confirming in the comments. So Max unwittingly summons a Triceratops, and... oh, that is definitely a CGI dinosaur. Thanks for trying to blend it into the surrounding art style with that outline, but I don't think that quite saves it. Well, okay, that form is cute, I'm not going to pretend it isn't. But the idea of this little goober evolving into what this show thinks is a photorealistic dinosaur is a very strange decision. It'd be like if Raichu looked like this. Moving on, we cut to Dr. Z, or Dr. Z if you're so inclined, a time-travelling mad scientist who wants to build a dinosaur coliseum and become the titular dinosaur king. I can't watch this character for extended periods because his voice makes me want to die.
I don't just want to be the king, I will be the king! Helga may be a bit crotchety, but she's got a sweet side too!
Dr. Z is the leader of the Alpha Gang, which is definitely not Team Rocket. Yes, they may have their own Jesse, James and Meowth to harass the main cast, but they also have the Doctor's grandkids, and a German woman named Helga, and Kai from Beyblade, if he grew up to be Sephiroth. And yes, I will be overlooking the scene where Dr. Z has a pair of custom boxer shorts with Helga's face printed on his arse. Thanks for asking. Please subscribe. The Dong Brigade decide to show Chomp off to Max's dad, who just so happens to be a paleontologist cowboy.
Hi, Zoe. I didn't know you were here.
Oh, here comes Mum, stoned out of her mind as usual.
That's Chomp.
He's a very unique-looking dog.
Oh, one of those horned, scaly dogs. Must be Italian. Hey, have any of you kids seen my bong? I'm beginning to see straight.
You'll need some reptilian power to capture that dinosaur! Now don't let me down!
You can count on us.
Alpha Team out!
Why the fuck are they Sieg-heiling? I thought their knockoff Pokeball symbol would be their most controversial piece of iconography. But here we are.
My analysis shows they're emitting some kind of consciousness. It would seem that the dinosaurs' minds were somehow compressed into these tablets just as they were on the verge of extinction, and then embedded with chips for decoding purposes. I don't know who designed it, but the chip contains a system that turns dinosaurs into cards. Yet another Spike Taylor theory!
Well, I was going to compare these stones to the talismans from Jackie Chan Adventures, but actually that is far stupider than those were.
Prepare to surface.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I can't even focus on them sharing Team Rocket's penchant for submarines. Stop doing Nazi salutes!
It's following us!
Let's split up!
Okay.
Good plan, Rex! Now only one of us will get eaten. Team Alpha's T-Rex manages to corner Chomp, at which point Cowboy Dad steps in to save the day.
You can use it to make Chomp bigger! Here, read the manual!
Okay, that was funny. That's the one good joke, I'll give you that one. Chomp, Digivolve 2! Scientifically inaccurate Triceratops.
Oh, whoa! Another dinosaur!
Where did this one come from?
Wait, what the fuck are you all talking about? He's been in this form twice before. This is the form he took when you first met him. Am I missing something, or do these characters have zero object permanence? or memory. Also, electric powers for the main dinosaur? Seriously. So Max and Chomp are just Ash and Pikachu now, Volt Tackle and all. Electricity aside, this fight scene unironically rules. But then again, that's not saying much. It's a pair of CGI dinosaurs going to town on each other. Steven Spielberg figured out this winning formula back in 1993. Oh my god, I did it! 10 minutes and 23 seconds without mentioning Jurassic Park! Someone give me a medal!
What do you guys want with us?
Well, that's for us to know and for you brats to find out, isn't it? But if you ever mess with us again, you will find out!
Wait, what the fuck, Jesse? You attacked us!
That part is a translator. It takes the dinosaur's thoughts and puts them into words.
Please, help us. Help us. Please, help us.
Wow, dinosaurs are really bloody needy, apparently. So the show's format for the rest of Season 1 is pretty basic, with the Ding Dong friends butting heads with Dr. Z and Team Alpha. This culminates, however, in Episode 49, Dinosaur War.
Last time on Dinosaur King!
Oh, thank God, I've never been so relieved to see a previously on segment. What have I missed?
Rise, Black T-Rex!
Seth finally created his mutant dinosaur, the Black T-Rex, and it was unstoppable!
Huh. Well, I could have told you from Episode 1 that Sephiroth would eventually turn on his peers and become the main antagonist. But the fact that he also wants fire-breathing mutant dinosaurs to survive extinction and rule the Earth? That I wasn't expecting. Before I even consider synopsizing, this guy here, Jonathan, he's a badass. He's a robot who Naruto runs. I don't know what more to tell you. To stop Sephiroth from activating his time-traveling airship and seeing his plan through, Max and the Alpha Dicks set out to take the completed Stone Talisman away from him. With Dr. Z providing a diversion, Jonathan providing the muscle, and Helga providing both, the Black T-Rex is forced onto the deck for a big CGI battle, while Max makes a break for Sephiroth himself.
They're highly charged electro bars designed to keep little pests like you from spoiling big plans like mine.
No!
Yes, we're about to go traveling through time.
Anyways, Sephiroth's plan begins to go a little bit pear-shaped. Imagine just going about your day when suddenly a whole-ass tree just spawns into your house. That's a bad time. The dinosaurs on deck all band their powers together to perform what can only be described as a lengthy limit break on the mutant T-Rex. And somehow, that's not the craziest feat to take place in this episode.
Here goes nothing.
No. He dropped the reader on the floor, outside of the cage, and then he perfectly flung the card, like a shuriken, in a way that perfectly passed through the reader, summoning Chomp. With dexterity like that, you could have sliced Sephiroth's neck clean open. What the fuck? What was that? What the fuck was that fart noise? That was not me. With dexterity like that, you could have just sliced Sephiroth's neck clean open. Or just hit the release for the cage. You gotta think bigger, Max. With everything going to shit, Sephiroth finds himself being sucked into a time vortex, where he and Max share one last exchange about the ethics of mutating dinosaurs.
I love dinosaurs, but even I don't want to see a world full of ones that you created! You have no right to do that to them! Ever!
Where'd Seth go?
He got sucked into a vortex.
Just remember, kids, that's what happens to people like that.
Okay. another good joke.
Who are they?
Rex, that's your mother and father.
Wait, what? Rex's biological parents are also on the ship? And they're from the future, despite their surname being ancients? Sure. Okay. Good for them.
You're all home safe.
Mom! Dad!
Hello, my dear.
Spike, where is Rex? And what happened to the doggies?
I'll tell you when you're sober, honey. By which I mean never.
Bye, Rex. And Rod, and Laura, and Ace, and Paris. And Chomp.
I'll see you all in 10 seconds' time. So, moving straight on to Season 2, we have Episode 50, Alien Parent Trap. And just in case you were worrying that this series wasn't derivative enough, it's about to get very, very Dragon Ball Z.
Who did that? Which one's the culprit?
Oh, you're not fooling anyone.
No, that's not the Dragon Ball Z part, that's the dictionary definition of second-hand embarrassments. Here is the Dragon Ball Z parts. It's like Dinosaur King wants to tick every box when it comes to things that kids like. Dinosaurs, robots, aliens now. All they'd have to do is add Elsa and Spider-Man, and this would be a YouTube cash cow. So this Ginyu Force member abducts the house containing the parents of the Dingus crew, which probably registers to Max's mum as being another bad acid trip.
I finished work on the dino bracers.
Wow. Awesome!
New merch alert! Here are the new devices! Buy them now, kids! Available at Toys R Us! For a limited time only. All the men in the room begin to sexually harass all of the women in the room. Because sure, why the fuck not at this point? And finally, in a bid to rescue the abducted parents, both the Alphas and the Dinglings take their time-traveling ship for a spin. Team Alpha, suddenly bringing their own attention spans into question, decide to land the ship on the final day of the dinosaurs. And Dr. Zed starts trying to capture them.
Come on, guys, let's stop them!
Okay, I get that pursuing somebody through time is ironically not a time-sensitive task because it's more about identifying when they are and then cutting them off. But maybe now isn't the time for this. Infighting halfway through your mission seems like it would create needless hostility when you all return to the ship and continue time traveling together. Like, am I wrong on this one, or is this not a very strange time to start doing this?
Max, hurry!
Come on, Max! I wish there was something we could have done.
Me too, but I guess that was their fate.
Yeah, their fate. And I guess there's no way you can change fate.
Well, I can think of one way, but you threw the guy who tried to make that happen into a time vortex.
You are all in great danger, but if you follow me, I will guide you to safety.
Oh, cool! An angelic time bird. You know, one of those. That'll help us to save our folks. From this point on, Season 2 is split into 7 4-episode arcs, each one set in its own time period. Ancient Rome, the Caribbean Sea of the 18th century, Ancient China, Ancient Japan, Ancient Persia, Renaissance Paris, and the ominously named Final Arc. But, as my format dictates, I'm going straight to the ending. So for the first time in VidAMs history, I think I managed to dodge the racism, instead of screaming headfirst into it. With the Alpha Dildonics having failed to stop Sephiroth and the spectral space pirates from collecting the 7 Dragon Balls, the 7 Chaos Emeralds from... Cosmos Stones. The 7 Cosmos Stones, time and space begin to collapse, bringing us to episode 79, The Fates of the Cosmos.
This is the end. All the terrible things that the Pterosaur warned us about, they're happening. And the worst part is there's nothing we can do about it.
Wow. That's a bleak opening.
Dinosaur King is what you wanna be, yeah.
Dr. Z, he's safe!
And just like that, I learned that Helga is also a badass android, giving even Jonathan a run for his money. She deserves such a better show than this. Fuck it, give me a spin-off of Helga and Jonathan fighting crime. That would be some good shit.
Didn't Seth say the plates carry a positive power, while the Cosmos Stones, on the other hand, carry with them a negative power?
Oh, you mean like the Dragon Balls from GT? Or the Chaos Emeralds from Sonic Adventure?
Now we simply create a copy of the stone plates to put in the Dino Bracers.
Say what?
Oh, you mean like the Chaos Emeralds from Sonic Adventure 2? Look, you can't get mad at me for hitting the same tired points over and over. That's all this show does.
Okay, then let's get ready to strike, guys!
Wait, I'm getting flashbacks to my Kirby review. This isn't the only early 2000s anime adaptation of a video game dubbed by 4Kids that becomes a sci-fi adventure within the final stretch. Although, I think I'm getting a little ahead of myself, so let's get back on track. I mean, I was talking about Sonic X there, but shit still applies.
Dino Tenter on!
Oh, neat! Now they can armor digivolve too! I'm not even taken aback by the audacity anymore. After a few minutes of limit break spam, the Alpha Dipsticks break into the Dark Pterosaur.
What are you little tykes doing here?
They always seem to find some way of showing up and being a pain. That's right! And if you thought that was painful, just wait!
After a few more minutes of limit break spam, the gang manages to save their abducted parents. And a reformed Sephiroth, left alone with the time machine, goes to lay down some divine winds.
Where do you think you're going?
Those kids may not be able to stop you.
But you better believe we can.
One of the perks of being all-powerful.
And don't get me started on how easy we are to animate. So, in the end, everyone is saved. And being the stubborn bastard that he is, Sephiroth undermines his heroic sacrifice by surviving. And that is Dinosaur King, the most uninspired, generic anime ever made. It went on to inspire one more DS game, which everyone promptly forgot about. Most likely because Nintendo then came along with Fossil Fighters and showed everyone how dinosaur fighting should be done. Next week, I'll be visiting another Sega show. Be sure to head to Twitter and vote for the one you want. Don't fuck me over this time, please. It's my birthday. Huge thank you to my $3.59 patrons. Anonymous, Dan Brown, Fitzwilliam Ramsbottom, Pixel Pusher, Pokepal, Shameboy, and Thomas Walker. See you next time.